It's the Kyle Hyman Show on Redeemer Radio.
This is Kyle Hyman here with Andrea Serrani. We are going to play a game we're calling...
Random, interesting, potentially useless Bible trivia.
The potentially useless is very accurate.
Sometimes that's accurate about all our games. Like, you really just, this will do nothing for you except interest you.
Yeah, unless you're on Jeopardy someday, maybe.
Some of this is going to be really interesting. Some of it, you probably will never worry about ever again. Ready?
All right. Well, I'll worry about it for a few minutes here.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
In which book of the Bible do we find the story of David and Goliath?
Oh, 2 Samuel?
1 Samuel.
Oh.
See, I would have also known it was Samuel, but I wouldn't have known for sure which one. I might have guessed first just because David was so young. And anyway, I don't know. Which book contains the statement that in this life, Christians can at best know in part and prophesy in part? I'll give you a hint. I have a tattoo of this chapter.
Oh, I knew it was St. Paul.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians chapter 13 is where that is. But this is the end of the verse. The famous part of the chapter is love is patient, love is kind, love is all these things. But the end is where he talks about how
gifts of the Holy Spirit.
He basically is like, on earth we can only know partially, but when we are in heaven and when we are fulfilled in God, that's when we will be complete. Our knowledge will be complete. We'll know all these things.
Right.
And then he says, so faith, hope, and love remain. The greatest of these is love. Yeah. The whole chapter is good, guys. Don't ignore the good parts. I know. Okay.
1 Corinthians chapter 13.
13, yeah. Okay. What well-known Christmas carol's melody was written by Felix Mendelssohn?
Oh, Felix. Everybody knows that he wrote
Here you go. I'll give you a hint. I'm plugging my nose for everyone who missed this morning's edition of the show. Oh, come on. It's Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Oh. I would have gotten there eventually.
What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet?
Wow. Omega.
Omega, yeah. I was going to say, this is...
I got confused thinking about Z and Z.
There's a reason it's included in Bible trivia.
Yeah.
Right? Alpha and Omega. Yes. What was Ezekiel commanded by God to eat, which is not actually food?
Was it dirt?
It was a book.
Oh, like the scrolls.
A scroll,
yeah.
Name the father of Mary's husband Joseph, according to Matthew. I actually knew this, and I'll tell you how after you guess.
Trevor. I don't know.
Jacob. And the reason that I remember this is because literally last Christmas I noticed, Joseph's father's name is Jacob? I never noticed that before. And then I remembered Jacob is also Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat's father. So now I can always remember the Josephs. Their dads are Jacob.
Okay.
Both
Joseph.
Both Joseph the Silent and Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yes. Which
term was used to refer to the disciples for the first time in Antioch?
Christians,
that's right. What word
I lived
begins...
in a house called Antioch.
That's cool.
That's why we talked about it.
What word begins every known epistle of Paul? Not in English, but in its original...
Greek or Hebrew or something?
Greek. Mm-hmm.
You went the Greek word?
No.
Oh.
Although it would be close to the same, I think.
Dear.
Paul. So Paul.
Paul.
So I would be the English first word, but in Greek,
they would have said
one
Paul
word is it's just the last letter that makes it I Paul, referring to himself. I thought that was interesting, although no one cares. Okay. What two Latin words do AD stand for when we talk about dates?
Anno Domini.
Anno Domini. Yes. Do you know what it means?
After. No.
No. Anno is year, and Domini is Lord. It's the year of our Lord.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Or the year of the Lord.
Yeah, I always think of it as after the death of Christ and before Christ.
No.
It's not a translation at all.
Nope. It's not. Not even close.
English letters.
Nope. Name the sister-in-law of Ruth.
Betty.
Orpah. Like Oprah, only misspelled.
I was so close. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Who was struck with blindness for 3 days?
St. Paul or
Saint
Saul.
Paul. That's right. In which book do we read the following quotation? Behold, happy is the man whom God corrects. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty.
Oh.
So
In
God
what book
is all up in your face. You should be happy about it.
In what book of the Bible?
Yeah, what book?
Can you say it again?
Behold, happy is the man whom God corrects. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty.
Is that like a proverb?
It's not.
Something?
It's Job.
Job.
Poor Job.
Okay.
Whose sons became the fathers of the tribes of Israel? There are 12 tribes. This guy had 12 sons, and one of them has already been referenced on the show. Actually, the father and the son have already been referenced in this game.
Jacob
Yes.
and his sons.
Yes. Name the 3 Jews thrown into a fiery furnace by a Babylonian king.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
That's why I included this, is because I just really like to say their names.
Yeah. I can't remember what their other names are.
They have other names?
Yeah, they're like pre-Jewish names.
No clue.